hands up on the dive, shift right, pull. Both brakes and release. The key to a great landing is a setup. If you're too heavy in your brake, you're not gonna have any speed. And this glider is amazing. Hey, what's up? I'm Matt Minyard. Today I'm at my hometown field at Beta Springs, Louisiana. Just got back from a road trip and there's just enough time to get a sunset flight in. So I had this idea to take you through every stage of getting ready to fly. So come get ready with me. I'm gonna start with my windsock and I put it here to check the wind direction so I know which way to take off. Looks like the grass is cut and I'm going this way. It's kind of hard to take off without a wing and fly. So I'm gonna use a wing. Really helps out. I'm gonna take this here glider. It says AWAC 315. It's even got my name on it. So I just got it, custom color. So I'm gonna grab what we call the risers right here and the line attachment right at the top. I'm gonna take the lines out. And I wanna show you my exact routine, how it became casual and just a part of my life. So drop the glider, drop the lines. A lot of slack, like enough to put it over your head as a metric, a lot of slack. Get the lasso opening, get the wingtip, give it a whip like that. Here's the center cell, pull it back. The other last open cell and the wingtip. Give it a little whippity-do. Now I'm gonna untangle my risers. Looks like they're twisted, pretty normal. Now, let me pop it up. I take my front lines and my rear risers and brake lines. I align myself in the wind as straight as possible. And I back up, I inflate my glider. I'm checking for symmetry in the line set and a nice landing. I've also aligned myself from the left to my right to the center. From the center, spread them out, a couple of steps, and then put my risers down. Glider's ready. I can open the tip if I really want to teach you a good habit. Glider strap. Now let's go over to the motor, put my helmet on. Motor's ice cold. I've been flying it at Mountain City Paramotor event. Just drove back. Time to empty my pockets. Keys, coins, phones. If I don't, it's gonna empty itself through my propeller. Ask me how I know that one, because I've broken a bunch of props with coins and keys. So I give it a quick pre-flight, check that all the cage is connected. Sometimes I don't actually have it all connected. On my Velcros, I shake my exhaust, I pull my air box, push my spark plug cap, then I flip on my not sponsored ad, Hunter strobes, because I rock out with strobes. This is real. Getting ready with you, you're getting ready with me. Powering on my Insta360. Just the other day, I shot all the content wrong. That was a bummer. Hopefully I can pay attention and get it right. Yeah, when you're brand new, don't fly with any cameras. It's a distraction. If you're flying with cameras, you're not focused on your flying. We need all the focus that we can get. It's hard enough with an instructor. It's hard enough for you to focus. Let someone else film you from the outside. It's gonna look better anyway. I have the safety switch. Down on the ground means the motor's off. Up in the air, motor will start. It's a secondary kill switch. Prime my engine, squirting fuel into it. I'm gonna fasten my speed bar with this Velcro. Wear my engine. And just for you guys, I have to jam this cable. It's for my audio. So I secure the bag, all the zippers, phones, keys, coins, harness, buckles. Start your engine wearing your harness clipped into your body so your motor doesn't fly off your body. So the next stage is a throttle check. Check that it isn't stuck. And then walk to a clear space. For me, I fly with the speed bar system, not for beginners, attached to my harness. So I have to attach these to my glider. We'll get to that later. So what I do is I go, clear prop. That's a warning that I'm gonna start my engine. I do a 360, check my throttle. I've had a lot of success giving it 3 pulls, kind of pre-lubricate the cylinder, help prime the engine. Now let's start it. Oh. 3 pulls, and now I get to warm up my engine before the flight. Sounds healthy. I'm gonna start this 360. All right, got it on. And now let's go over to the glider. Today we have very light winds. So with the very light winds, I get to do a forward inflation, which means I stand in here and I face forward. So I've already prepared my risers. So I just reach down and I clip in. So that's how you clip in. Speed system hooked. Grab the riser. Okay, speed system line hooked. And you pre-flight the speed system with your thumb direct to the pulley. One more chance to check your reserve handle before takeoff. First, carabiners, trimmers, straight down the rears. Take the brakes off their magnets. I see the lines go in the pulleys. Put the toggles in my fingers, thumbs in the A's, and I point my index finger to the front. After it's pointed to the front, take out the slack. This is a very small, expert level wing. It's kind of fast. I take a step back, lower my lines. Notice that my lines are really close to my prop. This is not where you rev up, because you might strike your lines. So you get a lot of slack from your lines and your prop. You get to check your power before you take off. Here we go. Motor's ready. I'm ready. I like a power assisted forward. So that means I'm gonna have thrust during my inflation. Helps me take off shorter. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Glider's coming up, and brake pressure, and I'm off. Hands all the way up, let it fly. Woo-hoo. And I'm already looking for my rear lines, my brake lines, my trimmers, and my reserve handle, both leg straps, belly strap, chest strap, and I feel my chin strap. So that's perfect. So the next thing you want is to stow your brake on the magnet. If you're the kind of person who pushes to get in the seat, a lot of people I watched this weekend get to stow the magnet, and they're leaning forward, and their brake is really close to going through the prop. That's sketchy. So the next thing is altitude. I'm gonna get altitude, full power, and at this point, I can let off my brakes and check that I'm going straight. Can check that my harness weight shifts. Check again that my trimmers are exactly the same. Leaners are closed. I can't show you, but my handle, I'm doing a practice touch, and everything's groovy. Oh yeah, I gotta snap that selfie. Send it to our group chat. Haha. And then gotta get a picture for the gram. So I weight shift left, then I weight shift right. I snap the sunset pic, hold my weight shift right, stop the oscillation, and it's casual. Woohoo! So the next thing I do when I fly is I take a wrap with my hand, and I go over my LZ, and I'll teach you how to find the wind direction, as if you don't know, based on your flag, or based on the feeling of the drift. If that's true, you make 2 360s at the same rate. But what you'll notice is the direction that you drift downwind, if there is any wind. Definitely feels like a very light wind day. The flag's hanging down the pole. But nonetheless, I didn't move my hands and I drifted downwind. Let's go for 360 number 3. You'll see I'm actually drifting with the wind. It's how you determine your wind direction for cross country and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I love swoop landings. I don't even land otherwise, which means I hold deep brake near the stall point, especially on a 15, then I let go and let it swoop, get my landing gear down. Now after I flare, I roll into the gas, and I do a foot drag, and then I go full power, and I go brake, and I go hands up, let it fly. And that's what the power of the AWAC 15 does for you. I'm gonna climb out again, a little higher, hands all the way up. Oh, and the air is so smooth, I love it. So perfect, and this glider is amazing. My favorite by far. So I like to drag it a little bit.
yeah. Gotta love the sharp turn of this expert only AWAC 15. It's incredible. It lets you play with such razor sharp precision, how to pop, how to roll rate, and you can control your altitude. Very, very, very sharp steering. Got a tight turn radius. As you see, you can put drag and then pop your glider tip and then pop your glider tip and still have energy to climb. That's why we use it. And I'm not trying to make a wingtip drag video, even though I did invite you to show you how I fly. Honestly, I'm just trying to get a ground shot for you to watch. How I fly is at altitude. So let's go! We're gonna press some skids. Playing our hands on the rears. Playing on the rear is like I'm pulling a turner down or letting off speed, but it's letting me stay on speed and pull my rears and change my angle of attack of the glider. The best way to climb is full throttle, hands up. But with this kind of altitude, I can glide back to the LZ really easily, so I can extend my range farther out from the LZ. We don't have an amazing amount of light or orange glow because we have big cloud and climb up the sun. So that's that. We did a lot of altitude. That way I can play, use some barrel rolls. Brake and release. Hands up, let it dive. And climb, and then brake and release. Hands up, let it dive. Pull power and let it climb. And then brake and release. Let your hands up. Wait for it. You want to increase your guide. What you do is on your climb, brake, hands up, and open your throttle. You're gonna have to catch that one. And on the gas, full power, up, hands up, off the gas, catch, release. Let it fly. Full power, climb, full brake, hands up, open your gas, wait for it to get in front, and then catch. That's energy management. People act like it's a Rubik's Cube of the story. And people want to catch it when it's overhead. There's nothing to catch. Let it shoot in front. So let's work on our barrels. So take some energy from the spiral. And then we'll switch. The other side. And hands up, let it dive. Weight shift right. And pull. And hands up on the dive. Extra flap. And pull. And then hands up on the dive. Shift right. Pull. Both brakes and release. And then we go right putt. And we do a hopper roll. Now I fly how I want. Let's go for 2. And there go Matt. Left flick shift. Lean inside. Both brakes here. Critical. Hands up. Shift right. Then climb and pull. Then we go 1.5. Then we go this way. Another 1.5. And then we switch. Another 1. And we're out of here. You can open your throttle anytime in the barrel. It's definitely easier for beginners to stay on the gas after they learn how to barrel roll without the gas. Woo! That'll wake you up. This glider swoops so much I have to start high. And I'm gonna swoop the parking lot by accident because it goes so far, but my entry point's the field. Start giving it gas and fly steady. How do people think that it's hard to foot drag? But it's really easy if you control your throttle as smooth as you can. So I'll pass by you again. Get your landing gear down. Lower foot in the back. Start applying power and brake. And you can see it's like also very easy if you have a little bit of tall grass. So you can touch the tips of the grass and not have to be down in the grass. Even though your goal is foot drag, it's like lightweight friction drag. It's not like press hard, because you'll cause too much drag. Power up, hands up. Once you have caused a good climb rate, you can put your thumb on the rears for a little boost. but you want airspeed on the climb out. And if you can't land in a turn landing, you need to be at like 500 feet before you turn. Just get up. Look at my strobe, it's working out. All right, so now I'm opening my throttle. My motor feels like a little bit leaning back. I feel like I'm in the seat hard. So I put my thumbs in front of the risers, tilt my body out the seat, lower my body weight on the front straps. So I'm hanging from my like groin area. A beginner would do an approach like this with the power, contacting the brake, and from far away from your landing field. This field is 200 feet wide and 500 feet long, and I would never park my van in front for a student on final approach. But this is like, notice I'm not seated, I'm hanging out the front of my seat. So when you're in this position, you go hands up all the way. This is non-swoop, I don't love this landing, but I'm trying to teach you as a beginner and weight shifting to my right, waiting until I'm really close to apply some brake, and then I flare. And for me, I'm doing a takeoff. And I'm up. This is not that easy. It teaches you with a 15 AWACS 3 and no wind how to do a touching up. But you're flying with me, so that's all I'm doing. And let me do one more just so you understand what I think you should do as a beginner. Have a lot of altitude. Like you're 1,000 feet your whole flight or more, and when you're ready to land, you need to line up with your field and put your heels together like a gun sight. And you need to learn your glide slope by doing practice approaches with your hands all the way up and your power at idle. And I always teach, it's your job to keep the motor on, flip the gas. So I'm looking at the field, calibrating. I'm gonna land in the center of the field at my first point of contact. That's okay. It's the student mode. This is the best arrival. Hands are still high, a little pressure, and then wait till your feet touch on this spider to flare. Going again. Woo! So you really want that approach. That is your glide slope. I'm gonna try one more. And you're flying at an airport like this, you need someone on the ground with the radio, or I have a Bluetooth radio adapter. So I haven't heard anything on the radio. So remember, if you're too heavy in your brake, you're not gonna have any speed for your landing approach to have a good flare. So the key to a great landing is a setup. And if you're motoring it in really low, you're gonna fuck up your setup. You're gonna have a bad setup. Your hands have to be up all the way. Gas it until here, but barely kill your motor. Hands up, eyes out in front, big smile. Wait till you're low to apply the brake pressure. Feet touching, finish your flare, and hold, turn and face it. Yeah, like that. So that's how you do it. If you want to realize how light the wind is, there's like no movement. You could see my speed was fast. Now I coil up the glider to not drag it through the grass. I put those coils in my right hand, gonna throw it over my shoulder, snap open the ear cups. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. I like to take care of my gliders and all my gear. I actually leave my bag right where I opened it, or I fly with it. I put my glider on the bag, unclip my speed system, put my riser on the outside, unclip my left, unclip my speed system, the riser on the outside. If I have a stand, I use it. So that's that. Now I unclip both my legs, belly strap, chest strap, slide my shoulders out, and I'm free. So I'm gonna take a quick look at my engine. Here's a good habit for you to learn. Before and after you fly, feel your prop. Feel the leading edge. See that? Check for nicks, check for dings. Now that I have some grease on my finger, tells me I should have cleaned it. But yeah, you can get a close up and see that the prop is fresh. I actually put my helmet in this bag. Got a crazy paint job on it. Put the bag up. That's where the helmet stays.
fact, as my hands are greasy from the prop, I'm gonna wipe them off real quick before I pack the glider. Send it. That's a great landing approach. Check it out. You know, flying for hours and hours doesn't build as much skill as flying with precision for hours and hours. Look at that control. Super nice. We're just doing a long form, how I pick up the gear. I'm not really convinced that you can hurt your glider by pro packing it, which means just smash it in there. But if you want to be educated on how to stack your cells, looks like this. But in the end, these things are so tough, you can't hurt the glider. So what I really do, grab the edge of my bag, stick my feet under it, and start pushing the glider in the bag. When you have a size 15, it's just about already in the bag on its own. Next part is my risers. So I have this clip inside of the ITV bag. It's on the opposite side of the tag where the string is. So before you close your bag all the way, take your risers. They do have a riser bag that I don't really use. I'm more of a minimal person. And I use this clip right here. Clip. Put my risers in. There's no chance I can tangle my glider. If you want to see it, this is how it looks. Because the top surface has no line attachments. The bottom surface has all the line attachments in red. So if you don't have a clip inside of your glider bag, this one's fresh too. Geez, brand new, like 1-2 hours on it. Just put your controls on your top surface of the fabric. That's good enough. I use this clip. Love the bag, works so well. Now I zip this part, install the snap, and I put the lines just in the middle. And on the other string, take my foot right here, start pulling it closed, get it all the way tight, zip it up, and that's a wrap. So that's how you do a flight. Quick sunset session, as we call it. That was really fun. Thanks ITV for my new wing. That was a blast. My motor ran great. Smooth power the whole time. The air is buttery, juicy, perfect. You know what I'm talking about. And that was a blast. So if you like the video, hit the like button. Share it if you want to show your friends. If you're thinking about signing up, I have a school. There's also many, many schools in the nation. Sign up, get educated, and come fly. Have some fun.